Well, let's get a better understanding of what exactly is going on at this mine. And we're joined by the mine's legal head, Ziyaad Hassan, who joins us via the virtual platform. Mr. Hassan, thank you very much for your time. Can I allow you, in your own words, to describe what is happening underground at the Gold One mine?
Hi, good morning. The situation underground remains critical. There was an unfortunate escalation of violence underground yesterday. Over the course of Friday and Saturday, things remained fairly calm. But yesterday, we received reports of at least 10 assaults, several failed attempts to escape underground. There were 8 people released yesterday evening, one of whom is recovering in hospital. We are assessing the health situation of the others. Just a short while ago, we had reports that another 4 employees were going to be released. There remains in excess of 400 employees underground. Minister Gwede Mantashe has been on site on Saturday and Sunday. He has described this as a hostage situation. The police are on site. They are at this stage reluctant to engage directly. They are assisting in hostage negotiation, but they are reluctant to go underground. We are hopeful of resolving the matter today, but we are extremely concerned about the health and safety of all our employees underground, and in particular those who have sustained assaults during the course of yesterday. I'm
going to ask you a little later, Mr. Hassan, to tell us exactly who the miners who are underground, or should we describe them as hostage takers, who exactly they are looking for. But before we get there, can you confirm what we are being told by the NUM, and that is that white workers are now being targeted?
Those are certainly the reports that we've had. We can't confirm it as far further than the fact that we have reports coming from underground, and certainly from one of the employees who escaped yesterday. The reports are that this is the situation underground. We are trying to verify that, but those certainly are worrying reports that we've received.
And the Minister Mantashe describing the situation as a hostage and no longer a sit-in. Are you willing to back him up in those claims? And if you are, tell us what makes this turn now from being a sit-in to a hostage drama.
Absolutely. Look, I think right from the beginning, you could characterize a situation like this as both a hostage situation as well as a sit-in, depending on the perspective you're looking at it from. So those in solidarity with the 70-odd employees who've been dismissed following the first incident would claim that this is a sit-in, and that there's that they are doing so freely and voluntarily. But for the remainder, and from what we understand, the majority of the employees underground, they're being held against their will. And so in any language, that is a hostage situation. So ourselves, the DMR, as well as the police, are treating it as such. Our priority really is to get people out from underground. If people are unhappy with the outcome of a disciplinary process, they are at liberty to file an internal appeal. They're also at liberty to take the matter to the CCMA. A prolonged sit-in resulting in a hostage situation and endangering the lives of several hundred employees is certainly not the way to go.
The Minister, Gwede Mantashe, making a bold accusation, and I'm saying it's bold because he's gone straight to label AMCU as being responsible for what is going on right now. Are you also willing to back him up in that claim that it is AMCU who is staging this hostage drama that's playing out?
Look, AMCU has on record distanced themselves from the city. We've had high-level discussions with AMCU on Friday, and they reiterated that position. that they are not behind this hostage situation or sit-in, and they went as far as to say that they were actually surprised, and that the first they were hearing about it was when we reported it to them. Since then, we have made pleas to AMCU to come to the mine to address employees, whether they're behind it or not. The bottom line is that a lot of these employees claim to be acting or to support AMCU at the very least. And once again, AMCU has taken a position that since they are not involved in this situation, and since they are not at this point a recognized union, that they would refrain from engaging in the matter. They will officially be allowed to apply for recognition status on the 14th of December, and we've scheduled a meeting with them in the afternoon on the 14th. But until then, their position is that they continue to distance themselves from the incident.
And so, finally, you've told us that police are unwilling to go underground, although they're trying to negotiate with the hostage takers. Mine management, I'm sure you're also very scared to go underground. What happens then, between then and now? There are a number of workers who remain underground. Some who've come up are severely beaten. How long would you want for this situation to go on for before real interventions are made?
Look, I think I certainly can't comment on the thought process involving the decisions of the SAPS. We as mine management are very concerned about the health and safety and the welfare of the employees underground, and we'd like to have this resolved immediately. That's our priority. We are working around the clock to find solutions to make that happen. And yes, we do remain in constant contact with the police. We hope that their position will change somewhere down the line. But I certainly understand the reluctance of the police to go underground in a confined space. There's every likelihood that police entering a scene underground armed would just inflame the situation and potentially lead to a loss of life. So I think there is an urgency, but there is also a necessity to deal with this delicately.
Ziyaad Hassan, let me thank you very much for the time being a legal head at the Gold One mine. It's a very tense situation going on there in Springs, and hopefully no person loses their life as a result of what is going on right now. We'll keep a handle on this particular story and give you constant updates as the day progresses.